What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's project, the Pagani Huayra Tempesta. Tempesta. I said it wrong last time. I said the Tempest. It is the Tempesta with an A on the end. This is the standard edition, 39,000, well, 40,000 kilometers on this one. We picked it up from the auction house where we got a little bit ripped off, about 2,500. Not too bad though. It cost me 77,393. This one comes with an absolutely incredible engine, the V12 M158. We will not be pitting a four-cylinder in this one, don't you worry, with a base of 721 horsepower. Then obviously we will be upgrading with performance parts. That beautiful engine that sits just in here. Let's jump in. Looks pretty complete so far, so that's pretty good. Obviously we will fully check that one out later. Lovely covers on it. I'm hoping this one paints quite well. Obviously, we do have all of this bodywork to fix. This one is pretty terrible. But before we jump over to the car wash and get this one cleaned up and ready to go, a quick announcement to make. There is now a competition channel available on the Red Dot Games Discord server. Head over there. We will be doing the Bolt Supernova this time, so grab yourself into the game, grab yourself a Bolt Supernova, any config you like. You can modify the configs if you want to, create your own liveries, all that sort of jazz. Then once you've finished it, grab yourself a couple of images, get it uploaded into the competition page on there. You'll see it is just above the showcase in the CMS 21 section. Get them uploaded, get yourself a vote in there. Link to the Discord is in the description below. Have some fun with it. Make sure if you're going to vote for someone else's, well, you have to vote for somebody else's. You can't vote for your own one. And all the entries need to be in by 11:59 p.m. GMT. On Tuesday, the 14th of this month. Then we're giving it until midnight on the Wednesday midnight on the Thursday to get all your votes in. Vote with a green check mark to one that you like. You'll see all the instructions and all the rules are on there. Just have a quick read through of them, upload your images, have some votes, have some fun, make something look cool. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. It's going to be awesome. But let's get this one over to the car wash and get it cleaned up. Here we are then, at the car wash. Let's get her clean. Nice and shiny on this one. The foam's reappeared. I'm a bit jumpy. Don't know what's going on there. Look at that. That's quite a nice red on there. There's not many body panels on here, though, so we will be obviously changing that. And we will be changing the colour as well. But we'll get the interior done. We'll get it back on the lift and then get that engine ripped out. Let's get underneath then and check for this oil pan. That is there. So let's grab the oil drain and get that dirty oil dripped out. Shouldn't be that bad with only 40,000 kilometers on it, but let's see. Yeah, it's not, I've definitely seen it worse, but there we go. Let's get that out and let's start removing some bits so we can get this engine out. Now, I know for one thing it's rear-wheel drive, so I'm going to have to remove this rear wheel and that drive shaft. Wheel and a drive shaft out. Let's see what we need. There's the starter. We can grab it from here. Oh my God, I can't see. It's very cramped in here. There we go. Let's get you out. Off you come. And then out you... Oh, God. Out you come. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Off you come. Let's now see if we can remove this engine. Hopefully we can. I can't see any more parts to take off first. Down on the ground. Let's grab the crane. And let's rip it out. Hopefully I've done it all right. Yes. Came out nice and easy. Thank you for that. So let's see what we've got in here then. So if I click in here in our wonderful engine bay, we've got dual fuel tanks, one either side with one pump, power steering reservoir, a couple of air filters, the fuse box and the battery down the back here. And then up towards the front, we've got the brake servo, a few reservoirs, the ECU and the radiator and fan covering. So I need to get all of these liquids drained. Can I reach them all from here? It does look like it. So I'll crack on with that. Additional tools, drain tool, click and hold. All the liquids drained, so let's start removing some of this stuff. Out you come and out you come. Out with the ECU and then the fan housing and a radiator. That is it for the engine bay at the front. Let's move down the back and get some of this out. Power steering reservoir, both filters. Out you come. ABS pump and module. Off you go. Nice and easy. Out you come. Out with the battery. I do need to remember to put that one on charge and grab it later. Off with the fuse box cover. Quite a bit in here to strip down. So we'll start with that. Do you know what? I'll come back to this one in a minute. Let's check out what suspension we've got going on here. Now, we've got double wishbone with a single shock at the back. Now, if I go to like that, it doesn't look like there's anything missing there. Obviously, the drive axle is missing because I've just taken that one out. But on the other side, we're missing the pads, the caliper, the whole suspension setup, and the upper suspension arm there. Not too bad, though. I've definitely seen worse. Let's go to the front. What have we got here? This side looks more complete. So we've got a double wishbone again on here with a single shock. What are we missing? Inner and outer tie rods, brake caliper, wheel hubcap, and the bearing. No, the bearing is in there on that side, so not too bad. And what have we got missing on the other side? Brake disc, brake pad, brake caliper, the upper suspension arm, and again the inner and outer tie rod. But it's not too bad. I'm going to go on and get all of this stripped, but first I'm going to get the rest of that fuse box cleared out, and then we'll move on to dismantling that engine. I'll see you in a minute. All of the mechanical parts stripped off of this, just the remainder of the body to go. Not that I even know what's on the body, but we'll come to that in a bit. Let's go tear down this beautiful V12. Remembering to throw my battery on charge en route. Let's see what we've got going on here, because this is a bit of a beast. We'll start at the top and work our way down. So we got the intercooler covers there. Off you come. Then out with this beast of a B part, with bolts pretty much everywhere. Out you come there. Intake manifold cover. Off you come. Hopefully these bits will paint really well and look pretty smart towards the end. Off with the throttle, then the fuel rails, and then the intake manifold. Out you come. I thought that was going to be bolts all down the side, not just 4 around the outside. So I'm quite happy with that. It shouldn't take too long. Off you come. Now, let's see, where are we? The big old turbocharger. One on either side of these, I think, hopefully. Yes, looking pretty cool, like that. Twin turbo. Out with you. Off you come. There we go. Let's, oh, then there's a coil pack. Nice, straight in. Out you come as well. Then a load of spark plugs, so I'm just going to get all of these out. That's all the spark plugs out. Let's get the head cover off. A very bad looking head cover. It's definitely seen better days, considering it has only covered 40,000 kilometers. Shouldn't be this bad, but there we go. Off you come. Let's see what we've got under here. So we've got, obviously, the camshaft, and then 5 camshaft caps on there, along with this timing cover. So we'll get you off now and have a look. Out you come. It should reveal a chain going. Is that down, loop, and back up? Nice. That's pretty cool. I get the other side done and all these camshaft caps off, and I'll see you back here in a minute. That's all the heads off, all the cam caps off, everything like that. The fuse is out. We now need to get into this front section. Let's get the belt tensioner off, and then hopefully the belt off. Thank you. And then all of these rollers and water pump pulleys and things like that off of here. I'll just do that. I won't make you sit and watch it all. There we go. The water pump pulleys off and the rollers off. Let's grab this crankshaft pulley even. Alternator off of you come, and what's this one? The power steering pump. Very small looking. We'll grab the oil filter while we're here as well. And then the big old water pump on this one. Out you come. Off you get. And last bolt. Ideal. And then hopefully this timing cover here. Nice. 2, 3. And bolt number 4. Off you come. Nice. Now we should be able to get this chain. Timing gear off first. Then the chain. Then the chain. Then we can grab the 2 cam gears off of here. Nice. And then the camshafts off the top as well. Along with grabbing these big old engine heads, which only have 4 bolts in them. So that's not too bad. Grab you out, and I'll grab the other side out as well. And we'll check out the piston layout on this one. Just getting the oil pan off. Off you come. And let's see what we've got in here. So obviously we know it's a V12. It is a 6 either side, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crankshaft bearings, and then all of the rod caps on there as well, along with all of our clutch setup. So this engine, to me, looks pretty complete. So I'm now going to go on, get the rest of this strip, get a few bits repaired, and all of the performance parts I need bought for this one. I'll see you back by the car in a minute, where we're going to get the rest of that body stripped off, get the frame sorted, and then head over to the paint shop. Engine is all stripped, lots of stuff repaired, lots of money spent on performance parts and other bits that needed replacing. Now it's time to get on and get this body stripped. I'm pretty confident there's only a couple of pieces on this. We have the front bumper and we have the front left door. I don't think there's anything else on here. I can see there's no interior, so I don't need to worry about that. Just have a quick walk around, double check we got everything. Try and make myself not look stupid when I go into here to double check it. Empty. Nice. That is what I like to see. And if we go on here, 1%. 1%. The frame is at 45% and the interior is at 25%. The interior is always at 25% when there's nothing in it. Well, I believe so anyway. But let's get this frame sorted out. Now, this is quite a pricey car, so I'm going to go with 2,500, 2,800. I was close, but not quite got it. But we'll get the frame sorted. I'm going to go and buy, obviously, a lot of body panels for this and get them back on. We'll quickly just go over to the store. I'll show you. It's very simple with this one. Because there's no body tuning for it. I've still got my van outside. There's only the main bodywork. So I pretty much need to buy all of this, apart from maybe the left door and then maybe the front bumper if I can repair it. So I'm going to go and have a look, and I'll be back here in a moment. I have bought everything, so let's start getting us all back together. On with that front clamshell. I love these cars. They are so good. In with the headlights, on with that front bumper. I did manage to repair it, you'll be pleased to know. Left mirror on, and the left door, I also did manage to repair that. The only two parts that came on this vehicle. Let's start throwing all of these bits back in. Rear window up there, on you go. We'll get the right door in and these windows in here, along with that mirror. On you go, get you in. Rear bumper, on you go, and rear clamshell now. There we have it. Now we can get the rear lights in, looking pretty sweet with their carbon surrounds. And I've gone for a Washington State plate with Virtual Mechanic Pagani Huayra Tempesta V12 is what I've gone for on that one. Looking pretty sweet. Just need to get that interior in now. So let's crack on with that. In we go. Now, obviously, this being the Pagani with its own specialized seats, I kept it with that. So it is all matching, looking pretty cool in there. Very happy with that. Obviously, it does match all the color in the dash and the door cards and things like that. And that, I believe, is everything back together. 100%, 100%, 100%. Just got to get all the parts back on. That is looking pretty sweet, though. Let's head over to the paint shop and get this one a lovely new coat of paint. As per normal, we're just going to go with a gloss white to check out the liveries that come with this one. In slot number 1, you've got the Italian flag livery running down the hood there. Nothing overly special about that one. It is still pretty sweet, though. Is there a 2? There is a... That's cool. So we've got... I'm assuming this is the Tempesta livery. That's pretty sweet. You've got a dragon on the side, on each side, and then a nice dragon going up through the stripe down the middle. That is definitely what I'm going with. I wonder what it looks like with a few different colours on there. Let's throw that up. Let's just have a play with some of the colours. Does it change much? Doesn't change much on the dragon or the front stripe, but... Let's play. I'm going to play around and see what color combination I can come up with, how good it looks in different variations and things like that. And I will come back to you guys in a moment when I've decided what we're going for. It will definitely be this livery, though, because that looks absolutely incredible. Here's what I've gone for then. A lovely pearl red with this beautiful dragon livery by Little Red Rabbitry 1. I will include a link in the description below to head over and grab that livery yourself because it is pretty cool. It's available on the Steam Workshop, so it's nice and easy to get to. But I'm really liking that. I think that looks pretty sweet. Obviously, you got the black rear end with that one blended into the carbon fiber elements there. Looking pretty cool, and that dragon looks awesome down the side and also up the hood there as well. I have grabbed a copy of this sort of yellowish sort of color there to try and maybe color match something in the engine bay to it. We'll see how that turns out a little bit later on. There's obviously going to be some reds in this suspension, some blacks in the suspension, and maybe a splash of this sort of goldy yellowy color there. This is in a pearl. It looks lovely in pearl red, and the black obviously in a pearl black always looks great. But we're going to get this one back on the lift. I'm going to get some suspension and engine parts painted, and then we'll get on with reassembling that suspension. I'll see you in a bit. Everything is painted ready for reassembly. Let's start with getting these shocks back together. Now, I've done the shocks in a pearl black with the springs in the pearl red, perfectly matching the car. They look absolutely fantastic. Both front and back are identical. Well, they don't look quite identical. The springs are a slightly different size, but they are identical color-wise. One thing I will say while I'm over here is the winner of the little red Discord competition with the Bolt Supernova will have their picture featured on this board. Prime position in the middle. I'm going to rearrange this board soon anyway. A few of my cars around the outside, and then the 2 weekly winner will sit in the middle there. Pride of place in my shop, looking pretty sweet. But let's get some of this back together under here. I have already put put all of the unpainted parts back on the front end. So let's just start throwing a few of these bits in. The bottom suspension arms, they're in a pearl black because why not? The black always looks good. But I felt a bit boring with that, so I've also gone with the upper arms in a pearl red this time, just to throw an extra splash of colour in there with obviously the shock that you've already seen in the black and red, looking pretty cool. Let's get this front end link on as well. Then the brake caliper, obviously in another red. It is not quite 100% matched. In fact, that is very close this time though. And then the sensor hubcap is also in a pearl red, just for effect there. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's move down the back and get some of that back together. I'll throw my fuel tank in there. That is painted in a pearl black just for fun there. The knuckle on this one is painted red because you can paint the rear knuckles. I really do like that feature. Let's throw a few of these unpaintable parts on here while we're here. Let's go. Let's get that bearing in there, and we'll get the brake disc on along with the brake pad. And, well, the colour situation is exactly the same as the front. The upper arms in that beautiful looking red, and then the lower arms themselves there in the black with the shock in the black and red. As you've already seen it, I think this looks pretty cool. I'm quite happy with how this came out. Let's get you onto there, and let's get you in. And that is, I've got too many of something. That is the front and rear end, one half finished, looking pretty sweet. Obviously, we can't put the drive axle in there yet until the engine and gearbox are mounted. So that'll be coming up soon. I'm going to get on and get the rest of this finished. Next up, though, we'll be getting all of this engine bay sorted out. There is quite a lot of it on this one, so it might take a little while. Wish me luck, and I'll see you there in just a moment. Well, that suspension's come out looking absolutely incredible with the pearl red and the pearl black on there. I didn't throw any of that yellowy colour on the underside here. There is a little bit on the engine, so you will look forward to seeing that one in a bit. Well, at least I hope you look forward to it. I think the suspension looks great, though. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But let's start getting some of this front engine bay back together, on with the radiator and the fan housing set there, in with the washers, the reservoirs, and the ECU. And a wonderful brake servo in there as well. That is the front end of the engine bay sorted. Let's get down the rear and throw some of this in. Air filters, lovely performance parts ones in there. I haven't grabbed my battery. Let's just check. No, I forgot my battery, obviously, because, well, I always do. Power steering reservoir in there. Let's get the ABS pump in and the module. On you go. Nice in. Nice, nice, nice. I have painted the fuse box here in red, in a pearl red, just to keep going with it. I will double check that one in a minute just to make sure. Is that everything? Shall I get the exhaust in? Yeah. I have got the performance exhaust in there, looking pretty sweet as well, actually. I'm going to go grab my battery in a moment, get that in, and then we will get the rest of this fuse box all finished. Next up, though, we're going to put that beautiful painted engine all back together. I can't wait to see it all together. It's looking pretty sweet in the paint shop. So I'll see you over there in just a second. Looking absolutely stunning, all opened up. You can see the fuse box just in there, and obviously I've now put my battery in, and the air filters go into these lovely air intakes that drop down the side there. Let's get this one closed down. Obviously, where do they actually feed in from if it was real? Probably just somewhere along the top here. Still looks pretty sweet though. That is all of the engine bay and suspension all together. I haven't done my wheels yet, obviously. What colour would you do the wheels when you come to them? And let me know in the comments down below. But let's go and get this engine reassembled. Look at the size of it, it's massive. Let's start off with this engine block. Now, I have obviously done that in a pearl black there. Crankshaft can't be painted and things like that, so I'll crack on and get all of this underside on together before we get to the real good parts of this engine where all the colour goes on at the top end. The block and oil pan are both in that pearl black. Now, the reason I pretty much always do the blocks in black is because they don't match very well. I've got the oil filter in the red there, a power steering pump in a blacked out. You'll see why that's blacked out in a little bit. And an alternator that you cannot paint, unfortunately, just sitting there in its beautiful chrome colour. The engine heads themselves are painted in a red, but they mostly predominantly just paint on the inside. This one you do get a little bit on the outside there, looking at pretty cool though. Quite happy with that. Let's throw the turbocharger on. Big old piece there. Lovely, loving the look of that. Absolutely stunning. And we'll get the camshaft in. I won't make you watch me throw all of these spark plugs and the camshaft caps in while I'm here. But what I will do is I will now move on. I'll get the other side done with all of the same pieces on. And I will fill in all the spark plugs and the camshaft caps as well. And then we'll move on to the front of this engine for a little bit and see what we've got going on down there. Both sides of this beautiful V12 now finished with the cam caps and all the spark plugs in there. Let's get on and get these cam gears on, along with hopefully that timing chain. Nice. On you go there. And then a couple of timing covers on up here. Now these are both in the pearl red, along with the main timing cover down here, which obviously I can't throw on yet, but hopefully that will just be this piece here, then I should be able to. Yes, nice. That is also in the stunning pearl red there. On you go, and we'll start getting some of these front end bits done. Idle rollers, on you go, and on you go down here. Nice. Then the water pump. Now I have done this one in black to contrast itself against that pearl red. Same reason as the power steering pump is also in the black. Water pump pulleys, on you go, and on you go, along with the crankshaft pulley as well. On, and then hopefully we should be able to throw a belt on now. Nice, thank you very much, along with the belt tensioner. And that should be pretty much it for the front end of this engine. In fact, I think that is it. So let's go with this intake manifold. I have done this one in the pearl red for the top end of the engine, looking pretty cool. Engine head covers are also in a pearl red because, well, it looks absolutely great. Let's throw you on. There's a lot of bolts on this one. Keep going. Come on, we can do this. On with all of them bolts there. What have we got next? Let's throw the other engine head cover on. I won't make you watch this one, though. Okay, what have we got next? Let's get on the coil packs. Now, I have done these just in the black. Again, just to contrast against that red there. Let's get the ones on the other side as well. The fuel rail itself is officially in that yellow body stripe colour there on the Dragons. But it does go pretty much a pearl red on there. But it's looking pretty sweet with just that colour of the little tips sticking out there. The throttle itself is in black, but it does have that red piece in the middle. The manifold cover, I have done that one entirely in that yellow colour, just to throw a splash of that onto the engine. Looking pretty sweet, though. The intercooler set can't be painted. Looks absolutely fantastic on this engine, though. I love this beast of a V12. Pagani really know how to make an engine, although I'm pretty sure are these still made by AMG? I don't know. The intercooler covers are in the same colour, but it's only the stripe bits at the top there, the fins, that actually paint. Looking pretty sweet, though. I think one more to go, and then I think that's it for this engine. He says, I can't move myself away, but that is looking pretty cool. Lots of reds, lots of black, and then just at the top end, a splash of that body-coloured, yellowy, beigey colour, whatever you want to call it, in the stripe and on the Dragon there. Really happy with how that turned out. I'll get a few pictures of this one, and then we'll get it dropped in to the Pagani. I haven't done a performance parts fuel filter. I need to sort that out. Out you come, and I'll swap that for a performance fuel filter, and then I'll get a couple of pictures, then we'll get it dropped in. Let's get this beautiful V12 dropped into the Pagani. It is looking lovely. Very, very happy with that. Off the stand you come, and into the car you go. I mean, I probably should have removed that clamshell, but never mind. In you slot. Let's get you put away, and let's take a look. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. You can see the colour matching of the Dragon just about there onto the engine. Looking pretty cool. Very, very happy with how that turned out. Looking sweet. Don't think I can throw any bits in there yet, so let's get it up in the air. Let's get the gearbox and the starter thrown in before we get these beautiful, beautiful wheels on. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Still a little bit undecided. Hopefully it'll let me throw this gearbox in. Oh, that's the wrong button. Gearbox is in the black to match the main engine block there, along with the oil pan. And then down here somewhere, there it is. The V8 itself, the starter itself is in a pearl red. Quite hard to see from this angle, but it is in there. I'll get these rear drive axles on as well, so we know we are ready to go straight into the wheels. And that'll be the last thing that needs to go into this vehicle. Then it'll be done. So I'm going to get that done, get all the liquids topped up, and I will meet you outside in just a few moments. Just a quick one in case anyone isn't sure. To get to the oil plug, you need to take off both of the intercooler covers there and the intercooler set. Out you come. Let's just get it out just to show you. I have already filled it up with oil, but I will go in very briefly and just throw a splash more in. No, that's the wrong button. I want to be in that mode. Just to show you, you need to take all of that off. There you go, to get to the oil plug. And then just throw it all back on. You know the drill with that one. Anyway, yeah, next up, I'm going to get these wheels done. See you in a moment. Here we are then with the finished Pagani Huayra Tempesta. Beautiful, beautiful car. I love these Paganis. And this livery is absolutely stunning. I will put the link in the description below. I've forgotten his name. I do apologize, I've forgotten your name. I will put it in the description below. And obviously, I will mention you again in the final scene. This is looking absolutely stunning. That livery is so beautiful. And I've sort of color matched the top bits of the engine to that livery color, looking absolutely stunning. It is just beautiful. I do love these cars. The wheels I went for today, these are the Huayra Tempesta rims. They are 20-inch at the front. These are just bang on factory as they are. So it's 20-inch at the front with a 255 width and a 30 profile at the front here. And at the back, it is a 21-inch rim with a 345 width tyre and a 25 profile on that one. The only thing I wanted is they do come in black. I wish I could have painted them. I wanted to give them a sort of bronzy colour, but I also didn't want to take away from the Tempesta rims because they look pretty sweet. So we just left them as they are. They are pretty cool, but let's jump in. And as you can see, I've tinted all the windows, but let's jump in this one and see what this beautiful V12 sounds like with its beautiful gull wing doors. Love that. Let's see what it sounds like. Bit high pitched there. Let's give it some gas. And that beautiful turbo whistle there from that twin turbo V12. Sounds absolutely insane. Very happy with that. And this interior is absolutely stunning. But let's get it on the dyno and see what horsepower it's got. Here we are then at the dyno with Pagani Huayra Tempesta. 721 base horsepower from that beautiful V12. How much did we manage to add to it today? Let's have a look. An additional 602 horsepower, a gain of 84%, bringing our total up to 1,323. Very, very happy with that. There is quite a few performance bits on this one. Let's go and have a look at the gearbox tuning we've gone for today. There it is in all its glory. It is nothing overly fancy. It already starts with 7 gears, this one. I have adjusted them slightly to get a higher top speed end out of this one. Let's head over to the track, though, and see what we can actually get out of it. Will it be a new top 10 speederboard champion? Here we are, then, with the Pagani Huayra Tempesta. Can we get 521 kilometers an hour out of this to get it just into that 10 spot on the speederboard? Let's go. Very hard acceleration, finding it very hard to get the power down, even on them ridiculously wide, slick tyres at the back there. But now we're going 300 kilometers an hour already. Little bit of a wobble on this one, over to the left, now back over to the right. We are wobbling backwards and forwards. Where are we going to end up, though? Can we... Oh, bangs and scrapes there. Where are we going to end up? 500 kilometers an hour, not quite into the top 10. So then, at 500 kilometers an hour, did not quite make it into the top 10 at speederboard, which is a bit of a shame. But 500 kilometers an hour, ironically enough, it does pit this a joint 12th with the Pagani Zonda Revolution, and only 1 kilometer an hour faster than the base Pagani Huayra. So they're all pretty evenly matched on this one, even with a bit of engine tuning, even with differences here and there. But still, this one has been great fun, and the gull wing doors on this are absolutely stunning. I am so happy with them. And this beautiful, beautiful livery by Little Red Rabbitry 1. Link will be in the description below. Go and grab this one because it is absolutely awesome. The dragon detail on that is actually incredible. And I know how hard it is to keep details when you're going in to make liveries. So well done to him for that one. It looks absolutely beautiful. Very, very happy with this one. But let's jump into some facts and figures about this. Now, you saw at the beginning that I bought the car for $77,393 and only got a little ripped off by about $2,500. So it's not too bad. And then I spent today $76,102, almost the same price as the car, to get it looking as good as it does now. All of them performance parts in the engine that you do really struggle to see from back here. But it is absolutely incredible. Paying our total spend at $153,495. But let's jump in and have a look at this one. 40,000 kilometers on there. We got it from the auction. All 100% finished off. Now that engine with a massive, massive 84% increase to 1,323 horsepower. Still not quite on the top 10 speedable, which is a bit of a shame, but still cool nonetheless. How much can we sell this one for? 470,541. That's actually incredible. That puts our profit at, take away 153,495. Profit being 317,046 credits. Incredible. That does make up for the loss on the 4-cylinder Pontiac GTO. Just need to get that one out of my system. But anyway, let's say goodbye to the Pagani Huayra Tempesta. You were definitely a lot of fun and very profitable. I did really enjoy that one, pitting us back up to our 18 million. On our way back up towards the 20 million mark, let's see what we've got next. This is the very last of the Porsche DLCs. I figured as we just did the last of the Pagani, we'll do the last of the Porsche as well. This is the 911 RS America 964. Again, I got this one from the auction house. 193,000 kilometers on this one. And I bought it for 67,088. Very bad deal on that one. 6,665 below average or below the profitable price for that one. So that's a bit of a shame. This one does come with the B6 M6 4.01 engine. We've definitely worked on that one before. Still a cool looking engine with the base horsepower of 262. Still pretty incredible. We're looking forward to doing this one next time. And don't forget to head over to the Red Dot Games Discord server to join in. Now, I post updates on my videos in Showcase, but there is now a competition tab for the competition we will be running, or we are running currently, which is to build the best Bolt Supernova you can, base game cars only, so that we can still get the Xbox and the PlayStation players involved along with the PC guys. You can use any config you like of it. You can even make your own liveries and all things like that. All you need to do is get it uploaded into the competition server, which is just above the Showcase server on the CMS21 side. Get it uploaded there by 11:59 p.m. and GMT on Tuesday, the 14th of this month. Then we'll do a 24-hour voting period, and the winner will be announced on Discord on the Friday, and then I will announce it on my channel on the following Monday's video, because I will have already finished Friday's video by the time the winner is announced. But thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Do consider clicking that subscribe button if you do like this, and do head over to the Discord channel. Have some fun with us in there. Join the competition. It's just a laugh. It's just a bit of fun. But you will end up on my pin board. I do need to put Pine New Tweens one on there as well, so he can go up there, because that's what we will be doing from now on. The winners will be going on my pin board. The winners will also stay pinned on the channel there, just to let you know how good you did. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.